Cannabis Common Sense, the show that tells the truth about marijuana and the politics behind its prohibition.
This one's for you, Seattle. I smoke 2 joints in the morning, I smoke 2 joints at night, I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon, it makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. Oh, my daddy, he once told me, son, you be hard-working man. Mama, she once told me, son, you do the best you can. But then one day, I met that man who came to me and said, hard work done and hard work fine, but first take care of head. So now I smoke 2 joints when I get up. In the car I smoke 2 joints. I smoke 2 joints when I play video game, and at every 10,000 points I smoke 2 joints. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. But daddy, he once told me, son, you'll be hard-working man. Mama, she once told me, son, you'll do the best you can. And then one day, I met that man who came to me and said, what did he say? Hard work good and hard work fine, but first take care of head. So now I smoke 2 joints in the morning, I smoke 2 joints at night, I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon, it makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. Smoke 2 joints, that's what I do. Smoke 2 joints. Legal up here. I need a real estate agent. Oh, joints. Oh, joints. Come and smoke 2 joints with me in the morning. Oh, joints. Come and smoke 2 joints with me in the afternoon. Yeah. Oh, joints. I smoke 2 joints. That's what I do. Smoke 2 joints.
I'm not one for trying to find new ways to do something that has already been done. And what I mean by that, we were here once before with alcohol prohibition. And for instance, The Last Call, a book by Daniel Krent, in reading that and looking at how alcohol prohibition came to an end and the groups that were involved and how they went about doing it, the mothers that came forward, protecting their children. We have a similar thing today. There are many, as Dominic said, many different groups, many different perspectives, many different reasons for being here at the table to end prohibition of marijuana. And we have to ensure that we are working well together, a well-oiled machine, because a lot has to be done. A lot has to be done politically. At the end of the day, what we want to do is to remove marijuana from a Schedule I category. And in my opinion, remove it from the scheduling system altogether. And, so how does that happen? I'm not going to, reiterate what Dominic already talked about, but how does that happen? How do we do that? All right, we have two states right now, right here in Washington and Colorado, who have begun to move. There are 48 other states that are going to move in a similar direction. The question is, how will they do it and how quickly will they do it? One of the things that I think is important, as many of us here are from other parts of the country, is that we have to connect the dots. We have to go back to our states. We have to talk about this, yes, at the kitchen tables and in our own individual circles, but we have to make those connections to the people who would be responsible in our home states for doing what's happening here. The city attorneys, for instance, I'm from Maryland, in Baltimore. I want to give some examples here. In Baltimore, where the city attorney is Mr. Bernstein. I know Mr. Bernstein and I know Pete Holmes here. It's my responsibility to connect those two people so that they can begin a dialogue, so that Mr. Bernstein can learn from Pete Holmes as to what's happening in Seattle. What differences are being made? How is that occurring? Who needs to be involved? City council members, connecting those folks as well. Doctors from Maryland need to be speaking with doctors here in Washington. The Liquor Control Board folks need to be communicating from Maryland to Washington State and Colorado. However it's being done. And I think that's an important piece of it, because I know people are in other states, just people who have the power to make things happen in it. They're wondering, so what's going on out there in Washington State? And they're developing their own perspectives about what is happening in Washington State and Colorado. We can't allow them to do that. We can't allow them to create myths and rumors and innuendo and monsters. We need to show them what's happening here, and that the sky is not falling in Washington State. So those are just some examples. Currently, we have momentum in what's occurring with marijuana policy reform in this country, and we cannot afford to lose it. The only way that we can lose it, in my opinion, is if we don't work together as a team in making this happen. And I'm going to continue to say this every time I have an opportunity, because in the past I've seen infighting among all of us that want to legalize marijuana, that want to remove it from the scheduling system. And we have to get beyond our own individual differences. We have to leave that baggage outside. You can pick it up when you leave, when we're all done, when we end prohibition of marijuana. You can pick it up and carry it around again if you want, but for this moment, for this effort here, you've got to leave it outside. You've got to do that. So I'll end with this. The moms need to support the cops that want to get this done, and there are a lot of cops that want to get it done, believe it or not, and they're all not members of LEAP. You know, the cops need to support those who just want the right to enjoy cannabis. Those who just want to enjoy cannabis need to support those who come to this place from a medical perspective. Those who come to this place from a religious perspective. And the many different places we come from, we have to support each other. Keep the momentum going and share what's happening here in Washington and Colorado, not just with other states in the union, but we're already beginning to see what's happening outside of this country in other countries, like in Central America with Uruguay. The move that you're seeing in Uruguay is because of what happened here. Here. That's my 2 cents. Thanks.
This song is for Vivian McPeak, who may or may not be here. He's going to be here sometime or other. He was here yesterday. It's good to be here, to come all the way down from Seattle on I-5. Yeah, it's a long-ass drive down through Olympia, Tacoma, Centralia. You're finally hitting Vancouver, you know, and there's that, and there's the river right in front of you. And that big bridge, it's a big sign that says, "Welcome to Hempstock." With an arrow pointing over to the right, which is actually the left, if you know what I'm saying. Well, let's take our culture back. Take our culture back. Get the monkey off of your back and take our culture back. Well, now we've been here for a million years, music filling up the people's ears, and we always sang our own song until the music business came along. And I don't know, I could be wrong, but I ain't about to just tag along behind somebody with a bankroll hanging out, telling me what I can sing about. So let's take our culture back. Take our culture back. Get the monkey off of your back and take our culture back. Hollywood spectacle and promenade. Think of all that money just waiting to be made, and all you gotta do is go. You'll be sitting up pretty on Gangsters Row. Now it ain't smart to be misled by some Beavis and Butthead. You can have your hip Seattle slacker, just give me a good computer hack. Well, let's take our culture back. Take our culture back. WikiLeaks, take the government off your back and take our culture back. Yep. You gotta get inside to break it out. You gotta be outside to know what I'm talking about. 2 heads and a million eyes, and we can cut this thing right down to size. Now culture is a weaponry, and all our great humanity, and survival is a counterattack. So let's take our culture back. Let's take our culture back. Take our culture back. Get the monkey off of your back and take our culture back right now.
When's everybody gonna learn? War's over, telling we you caught up in that lie, that same old lie. War's over, obsolete, so let's all get together and get high. Thousands upon thousands am blinded. These words just did not sink in their head. So many give, so many more than take. Until it's up and turn off, it just have to beg. War's over, when's everybody gonna learn? War's over, until then we burn. War's over, unless you're caught up in a lie, that same old lie. War's over, for God's sake, let's all get high. So what about it? Think you heard the story yet? You're going to help to change this world or add to the debt. I'm getting way deep concerned, Lord, you know it ain't no lie. We need to come together soon or we all bound to cry. War's over, don't you be acting dumb. War's over, 'cause there ain't nowhere to run. War's over, the drug war's over, don't be caught up in
this is the whole reason marijuana is illegal.
Yep.
This is hemp seed oil with a hemp wick. And it is an illuminant. Hemp was an original illuminant before they used whale oil, before they were using petroleum. Hemp seed oil was one of the first illuminants used by humanity to light the first lamps. And this is the whole reason it's illegal, because you can pour this hemp oil right into any diesel engine, turn the key, and drive it. Hemp oil produces 3 times more seed oil than any other plant on the planet. It also produces 3 times more fiber. And here's some hemp twine. This is produced in China. Hemp twine from China. So the main reason marijuana is illegal is because of hemp oil and hemp fiber. And marijuana laws were created to stop the oil companies from competing with hemp fiber, with the introduction of new machinery that made hemp fuel and fiber much less expensive and much less expensive to process. Much as the cotton gin had made cotton much cheaper to process 100 years before. This new machinery, the decorticator, had made hemp fiber much cheaper. So the fuel and fiber companies put together a misinformation campaign we know as Reefer Madness, and came up with this name marijuana based on racist lies, as the name marijuana proves. I mean, it's based on anti-Hispanic and people of color racist propaganda that was prevalent in the 20s and 30s. And so here is the whole reason that marijuana is illegal. It has nothing to do with drugs. Drugs are a smokescreen. It's really about fuel and fiber.
Exactly.
And we're going to do this every week, folks.
Well, and
I just love the hemp candle idea. So this is our flame of freedom that we're going to be talking about each and every show.
What I think is a necessary component, all right? Look at hemp as earth medicine. Learn everything you can possibly learn about hemp, the same way you've learned it about medical marijuana. Learn it about hemp and communicate it to the non-medical marijuana part of this community. Because when they see the economic, environmental realities that would be produced by this renewable energy source of hemp, the dynamic will change. But it's a decision that you have to make, whether you're willing to put your energy into connecting with hemp energy to create a larger energy. Anyway, and vote hemp. If you're going to vote hemp. All right, that's it.
This is Woody Guthrie's 100th birthday this summer in July. And the interesting thing about that is he basically defined the art of the ballad. The ballad when it comes from the concrete situational life that you live in. So he was a pretty important character in our alternative culture. So I took his most famous song, which is "This Land Is Your Land," and I rewrote it, and it goes like this. Gather around me, hear my sad story. I know you think you've heard someone sing it before me, but it's an old song, I had to change it. Times ain't what they used to be. As I went walking a superhighway below the gray haze and sooted skyway, I was arrested for hitchhiking on the freeway. They said it don't belong to me. No, it ain't my land, and it ain't your land. Could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, 'cause of the few that hold it in their tight grip hands, so that it don't belong to you or me. When I was younger, and in my schooling, I learned and followed by all the rulings. I never dreamed that they were only fooling. How could my teachers lie to me? But as time passed and I grew older and the world around me got a little colder, well then a voice came calling at my shoulder, said it don't belong to you or me. No, it ain't my land and it ain't your land. be a rich land, but it's a poor land, 'cause of the few that hold it in their tight grip hands so that it don't belong to you or me. That's right. From the boardrooms of corporations to the back rooms of desperate situations, it's a confused and disunited nation, all the way from sea to shining sea. From the urban war zones of the busted streetlights to the toxic wastelands of Nevada test sites, from the open strip mines to the clear-cut forests. Oh, it's a sad sight to see. I see the downsides, I see the layoffs, the corporate welfare, politicians, payoffs. I see the breadlines that never make the headlines, 'cause they are so entertaining on TV. When they can reduce you to just a number, when they can knock you down and they can plow you under, and when the only thing that matters is the dollar, then you know it don't belong to you or me. No, it ain't my land, and it ain't your land. Could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, 'cause of the few that hold it in their tight grip hands so that it don't belong to you or me. Now, there was a time when the song was greater, but that was then, and this is later. And there's a hole in my heart just like a crater, and they say it's gonna be the death of me. So let's take this song back, let's take this country, take back our future. It's our duty. Let's stand up tall so that everyone can see. Then this land will belong to you and me. And it will be your land, and it will be my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land will belong to you and me.
This is Mr. Henry Ford in 1941 with Popular Mechanics magazine showing off his car made from hemp.
Well, come climb the mountain with me. Come see what we can see. Come climb the mountain with me, and then we will all be free. Some men are born to lead, some men have destiny. Some men plant the seed, and some men set it free.
Here we had 92,000 cars a day, thousands of people parking behind the FBI building, and they arrested us and they said, you cannot do this. I said, well, I'm not going to pay you a fine and go on probation. So I did 15 days in prison rather than give them a $5 fine.
Wow,
You know, we had
that's kind of like telling Jesus you can't practice on Sunday.
it was a fine line.
So come climb the mountain with me, come see what we can see. Come climb the mountain with me, and then we will all be free.
Jack here and Ed Adair.
Well, hi, guys.
They must be on the hemp tour. Are you on the hemp tour?
One man said we must
We've got
hear One man's voice was clear, one man heard the call, his vision speaks for all.
The number one plant for paper, fiber, and fuel from the natural cycle had been outlawed, that somehow the synthetic cycle had won, when the number one thing in the natural cycle could outproduce it and completely clean up the atmosphere. So my partner, Captain Ed, who had become my partner in 1973 and doing the politics of this, said, we have to teach everybody in the world. So we went around and told everybody. Yeah. But it was a slow process.
So come open your eyes with me and come see what you can see. It's time for the world to know the emperor wears no clothes. Come open your eyes with me. It's time for you to see. It's time for the world to know the emperor wears no clothes. It's time for the world to know the emperor wears no clothes. The emperor wears no clothes. The emperor wears no clothes. The emperor wears no clothes.
Millions of farmers all over this country have been losing their farms at the rate of 1 million a year.
What, acreages or million farms?
Farmers. You know, at one time there was 8 million working farmers in this country, American family farmers. Now we're down to probably less than 2 million. The big corporations, it's the old story of the big ones eating the little ones. And they're running the small farmer off the land. And when that happens, the farm town closes down. The first thing, the hospitals and the schools go. And then what happens is all these people are now unemployed. They move on to the next big city, which causes the same kind of problems in that city. I think that all the homelessness, alcoholism, insanity, all these things that we experience, unemployment in our country, can be traced back to the first time that the first American farmer was forced off his land when he was unable to make a living off of 100 or 200 acres of land. And the reason for it is because they have asked him, demanded or made it necessary that he raise a crop below what it costs him to raise it. Okay. He loses money on, for instance, if he, just example figures, for instance, if he were to, it costs him $2 to, or $3 to plant and raise and harvest a bushel of corn, and if he only gets $2.50 for that at the market, then he's losing. Right. And this is an accepted practice in American agriculture today, for the farmer to get less than what it costs him to grow. And they keep trying to justify it with subsidies and whatever. But the American farmer would rather go out here and work hard and make his money the hard way, the way he knows how to do it. Give him an acre, let him do what that acre can do. Let him do it without all the pesticides, without all the chemicals. Don't put his yield so low, his money so low, that he has to use every piece or every gallon of pesticides that he can find to pour on that acre of land in order to get enough money out to almost break even. Mm-hmm. They have forced him into this position. There are even banks who will not loan you any money at all unless you agree to use X amount of pesticides and chemicals on your land.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Because they know that the only way you can make your payment is if you get so much off of that acre, and the only way you can get that much off of that acre is to keep pouring the chemicals to that 1 acre.
Wow. Now, when did you first become aware of hemp as a cash crop?
A couple of years ago I read a book I think that a lot of us have read by now called The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and it was in that book there was a reprint of an article. The one thing in that book that I saw that could not be argued with was an article that came out in 1938 edition of Popular Mechanics magazine, February edition, if anybody wants to go check it out, that said a new $1 billion crop for the farmers.
Do you think that farmers today would be receptive to growing hemp as a cash crop? Because of all the propaganda we've heard over the years, there are so many people now who believe that it's the evil weed. But we kind of figure it, because of all the products that it can create, that it could be a solution.
Well, definitely. I think most people that I talked to had no idea, just like me, that hemp and marijuana was the same thing. We were ignorant of that fact. Also, we were ignorant of the fact that hemp could be used as food, It can be used as clothing. The first Levi's in this country were made from hemp. The first Bibles were printed on hemp paper. The Declaration of Independence, the first 2 copies of this was printed on hemp paper. People don't know that.
Now, when you're out there working with the farmers side by side, do you have an opportunity to witness ways that we, people who are not involved with the farm communities on a daily basis, those of us who are driving to and from work and stuck in our offices, what can we do to help the farmer overcome this misery? They've been together as our backbone forever.
There's a great plan that just I became aware of it here a year or so ago, last year in fact. The farmers have come up with this idea themselves. It's called parity giving. For instance, if you're a rich guy, you got millions of dollars, you want to do something for the poor, the hungry people, you would buy direct from the farmers, pay them a certain price. For instance, for corn, if you buy $1 million worth of corn from the farmers and pay them $3 a bushel, whatever the market price is, then you would be able to write off, you give it to the hungry, you give it to the poor people. Then you would write off what is considered a parity price or a fair market price which would be in the neighborhood of around $7. So you would get to charge, you buy it for $3 and get to write off $7. So this would be a great benefit not only to the guy with money who wants to help, to the farmer who gets his product sold, and also to the people out there who are hungry, who needs the food. It's really ridiculous for people to be starving to death on this planet when there's a lot of food available.
Please give a warm Seattle welcome. Put those ganja hands together for Madeline Martinez.
Thank you, Ben.
Stoners, my people, we're in a free state today. We are smoking cannabis legally. Can you believe that shit? I gotta give props to Seattle. You guys rolled. I mean, you just rolled it out like nothing. You passed it. Colorado and now Seattle. I mean, they're gonna go down like dominoes, and Oregon is next. Keep your eye on us. 2014. People are saying, why don't you wait till 2016? You know why? Because my brothers and sisters are going to prison over a plant. And that is not acceptable in 2013. Am I right? Do you agree with me? You know what? This is the most amazing day. I wanted to see this, and it just has me so emotional to think of the overwhelming difference that Washington, that Seattle is making. It's amazing. You know what? Pretty soon, we're going to be the Emerald Coast. Screw that Emerald Triangle stuff. The Emerald Coast, that's what we're going to be. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for the green jobs that are coming your way, all of you? This is amazing plant, not just medicinally, but spiritually, industrial. Can you imagine the amount of timber that we're going to be saving our old growth forests? What are we going to do, people? This is like, I mean, we're putting hemp in our bill in the state of Oregon because we want to create more green jobs and we want to clean our environment and stop importing hemp from China. I don't have a problem with the Chinese people, but they own us. Do they have to own the hemp of the world too? And I like my Canadian neighbors, but please, we need to grow hemp in our country. Our country was founded on hemp. Am I right? Do you know that? You know what? If you don't know it, you need to go read a book or watch a CD. The Emperor of Hemp, the great late Jack Herer. Does anybody remember Jack Herer? It rhymes with terror. Yeah, that's right, and he terrorized the DEA because he believed in hemp like I believe in hemp and that you should believe in hemp. We could save our planet, people. Not only can we smoke it, we can wear it. So get out there, support NORML. You know how long NORML's been around? Forever. They're the first organization to work to reform marijuana laws. NORML. Props to Keith Straub, Alan St. Pierre. They are amazing people, all of the activists. And you, Seattle, You, Washington State, you made it free. I am so amazed at all of you. I love you all. I thank you all so very much from the bottom of my heart. Ladies, sisters, mi gente, please join the Normal Women's Alliance. It's essential that women buckle up your bras and let's get in this fight. We can change it because we rock the cradle so we can rule the world. Am I right, sisters? Well, come join me with the Normal Women's Alliance. I am having at the world-famous Cannabis Cafe, Congressman Earl Blumenauer, September 29th. He loves the reality that we're going to create business and that we're going to create actual boom our economy, jobs, people. This isn't just about getting high. This is about changing reality. Come to the world-famous Cannabis Cafe and just see the difference in freedom when you walk down those stairs and you smoke openly with your brothers and sisters. And we can do this everywhere. So let's get it together. Let's make those other states fall. But we need your help financially. And you know what we really need for all of you guys to hydrate today? Really important, and keep HempFest clean. Give generously. We love this man, Viv. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline Martinez from the amazing Cannabis Cafe, the world-famous Cannabis Cafe.
Time to get yourself up on this here one wavelength and let your heart do the pay. I mean, we're speaking for our freedom, so hey, what the, anyway? Say, throw me a spliff. Yes, I'd love to have a whiff. Whisk me up a bud so I can rub this in dub. Bang me up a dupe. We'll be rocking in a deep, deep groove, but y'all just roll it.
our daily yeses. Yes to life. Yes to living. Yes to caring. Yes to creating. Yes to thinking. Yes to clarity. Yes to balance. Yes to being. Yes to seeing. Yes to yeses. Give us this day our daily yeses. Confusion's chaos, desperation's despair, despair's desperations, programmed belief, belief programmed, manipulated minds, minds manipulated, fearful thinking, thinking fearful, inside, outside, outside, inside, thought altering, altering thought, diseasing perceptions, perceptions diseasing, forgetting medicine, medicine forgetting, clear thinking, thinking clear, coherent, coherency, coherency, coherent, prayers given, given prayers, peace and love, love and peace, created realities, realities created, whatever sees whatever we do we. This day, our daily yeses. Yes to yeses. Yes to seeing. Yes to being. Yes to balance. Yes to clarity. Yes to thinking. Yes to creating. Yes to giving. Yes to caring. Yes to living. Yes to life. Yes to yeses. Give us this day our daily yeses.
John Trudell, Bad Dog, show your love. Stand up, show your love. John Trudell. Give thanks himself. Give thanks so we can be truly blessed.
We want to thank all of you guys for helping us sit here
live.
and try to change the world and establish global cannabis freedom. And so if you or a loved one needs some help finding a doctor who can help you get a medical marijuana permit anywhere from the East Coast out to Hawaii and points in between in the legal medical marijuana states, then we have a referral for you. Call us at 503-235-4606. If you are outside of the Portland area, you can call our toll-free number at 1-800-723-0188. That's 1-800-723-0188. We have doctors and medical professionals who are ready to help qualified patients get their medical marijuana permits all over the United States. If you have any of those conditions there, then our doctors can definitely help. We'd be proud to do it. I want to remind our Oregon viewers that we have a new sponsored petition that's out there, and we're working on those. You can find out more about our political work at crrh.org. That's crrh.org, or at our web portal that will take you to all of our websites at hemp.org. That's HEMP.org. We're out of time. We're going to go back to some final moments of music from John Cornette and Jan Sue Hurst. Thank you, Casper. Tune in next week and help us restore hemp.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Casper.
Thank you.
Well, here's a hit at the Hempstomp Rally and a hit at the Hempstomp too. Such a hit for Jan Brownies, and he wants to share with you, 'cause he's the candy man. The sugar shaking bugs making brownie baking son of a gun. He's got a cannabis recipe, coconut